I'd like to acknowledge the Makayla peoples on whose land we live, learn, and do our work. Now, throughout my speech today, you may hear a lot of big words, like the word culture. Can you put your hand up if you know what the word culture means? Oh, nice. Okay, I have an example if you don't. So, since my family's from Alaska, they call themselves Eskimo. But in Canada, some people find the word Eskimo offensive, and they say Inuit instead. So somebody asked me, what kind of Indigenous are you? What kind of Aboriginal are you? And I said, I'm Eskimo. And they said, don't call yourself that. So different places have different cultures. It took me a long time to understand where I come from, to understand where my family comes from. And I'm still learning. I first learned where I come from in this building. I went to school here 8 years ago. You know the fish on the fence on the outside of the school? I painted one of those fish, but I didn't have enough time, so the face of my fish doesn't have any paint. And the mosaic on the side of the school, my art is also in the mosaic. So this school is very special to me. And my little brother goes here. Gabe. Hi, Gabe. At Quadra, I learned about my identity. At Quadra School, I learned about my identity. I learned about who I am. And I learned about who I am by asking my family, where do we come from? And by listening to the stories of my grandparents. I learned about who I am by practicing my traditional language and by eating my traditional food. I tried whale blubber and seal oil, and it did not taste good. But by trying it, I learned a lot about what my ancestors were like. And I learned to be proud of who I am, and to be proud that I'm Aboriginal. So today, I'm here to share the story of Orange Shirt Day. And this day is to remind us to be proud of who we are, and to accept everyone for who they are. And this day is also for reconciliation. Now that's a big word, but reconciliation means to know what happened, to heal from it, and to make sure that it never happens again. So, for the story of Orange Shirt Day, you might want to close your eyes, because we're going to travel back in time. We're going to travel back in time to a place when there was no buildings, no roads, there was just nature, trees, animals, and the Aboriginal people. There was nothing else, and they lived off of the land. And then some people from Europe came over, and they were called settlers. And they said, hey, Canada's so beautiful. I really like it here. And they started taking over Canada. And it wasn't fair. It's kind of like if you were playing with your favorite toy and somebody came over and took it away from you. Like, hey, that was my toy. I was having fun until you got here, right? That's kind of what it was like. And they started becoming in charge. And a while later, they made residential schools. And those schools were for Aboriginal kids. And it was a lot different than these schools, because the kids lived there, they ate there, they learned there, and they did a lot of chores there. Who here does chores at home? Yeah? Lots of you, wow. Well, at these schools, the kids did a lot more chores than you and me, and than our parents. And these schools weren't very good for them because They weren't learning about their culture. They were forced to go to the schools, and if they didn't go, instead, they would have been learning how to respect the land. They would have been learning how to hunt, and they would have been learning about their culture and their language. But at these schools, they weren't allowed to practice their culture, and they weren't allowed to speak their language. So the story is, this girl went to residential school, and she was wearing her favorite orange shirt. And I'm sure a lot of you remember the first day of school. Maybe some of you wore your favorite clothes. And she wanted to wear her favorite orange shirt. So she went, and she didn't know that it was going to be, she didn't know it was going to be bad. So when she went there, she was all happy with her shirt, and they took her shirt away from her and made her wear a uniform. In that story, the shirt is a symbol of her identity. They took her identity away from her because she wasn't allowed to practice her culture or speak her language. So this day is to make sure that we practice our culture and we're proud of who we are. And when you go home today, I really want you to ask your parents about your culture. Find out who you are and where your family comes from. Thank you so much. Kuya Nakpa.